What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the podcast that tells it like it is. Here for a little instant reaction, softball style. Baseball still in action right now. I tell you what, the Sooners live another day. The softball program not going to go down easily. A lot to talk about in this game. The Sooners win 4-1. Wow. Sam Landry, guys, I'm curious on your thoughts in the chat. I was shocked, first off, that Sam Landry came in so early. I thought Kirsten Deal was throwing a pretty good game. I've got my opinions on it, but Sydney Sanders, 2 bombs, and Isabella Emmerling. And what's crazy is the Sooners are still over. They were over today with runners in scoring position. So still didn't hit with runners in scoring position. But, man, big time at-bats from Sydney Sanders. You hope this does the trick for her. She's been great in the Women's College World Series in the past, but hasn't been in this, but was great tonight. Just a second here. Yeah, only trust Sam. Now, Dax, I've got a different philosophy on this. Yeah, OU baseball's up 8-5. I've got a different philosophy on this. I think the reason they pulled Kirsten Deal so early is I think they know they got to have Kirsten Deal tomorrow. That's my opinion on it. I don't think it was that they didn't trust Kirsten Deal. I think it's they know they got to have 2 games tomorrow. Look, it's guaranteed they have to play 2 games. Okay, have to play 2 games. But they might need Deal tomorrow. So pitcher 3, she went 3 innings, and then Landry literally just shut the door. 6 strikeouts, only threw 63 pitches, I think. It was great. Runners in scoring position and 3 holes, still a concern. Who hits 3 tomorrow? Yeah, I think you got to get Cindy Barker out of it. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think. Yeah, it was good to see Emmerling. Emmerling also threw a great ball down to second, and it could have been strikeout, throw out, double play, but couldn't get it there. Hey, it was OU softball Steve. I would not mind. I've got a proposal for you. I would not mind seeing Tia Malloy. Here's the issue. I don't know if they trust Tia Malloy in the field, but I wouldn't mind seeing her in the bat tomorrow. Now, here they're also facing Kennedy, so will they go with maybe an experience with Hannah Core? But I agree, Damon. Would love to see Malloy hit. I would love to see it. Barker to 5-hole, move 4 or 5 up, maybe. Maybe you go Garcia in the 3. I still leave Garcia in the 4. Maybe Nellie Mack in the 3. Yeah, Dill was doing great. But yeah, it's going to be interesting what to do tomorrow. OU wins today 4-1. Oregon got on the scoreboard first, guys, with the home run opposite field. They go up 1-0. OU answers back immediately with Isabella Emmerling solo shot. And then the big one was the 2-run bomb by Sydney Sanders. And then you also had another solo shot by Sydney Sanders. Really turn on the ball a lot. Teresa says Maya Bland there. I don't know. It's going to be interesting what they do tomorrow. The other thing is, Ted's pitching Kennedy twice tomorrow. You can mark it down. They are not letting anyone pitch tomorrow unless OU just starts hammering Kennedy. And I know people have said you're an idiot if you think this is a good matchup for OU. Well, I don't think it's a great matchup for Kennedy either. So there is that. No errors today. Action. There were no errors, but Cassidy Pickering should have made the play. I think. I think Cassidy Pickering's got to make that play. I think it was planned to have Deal do so many innings and put Sam for the rest. Yeah, I think this is right. I think this is correct. I think it was planned to have Deal do so many innings. Yeah, and the good thing is they have lots of good options to pinch hit. They do. No one on the – and, John, this is a great point. No one has seen Kennedy but Sydney Sanders, so it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, 2 years ago was the last time they faced Kennedy in 2023. So you're right. Unless Hannah Clore pinch hit, there's no one besides Sydney Sanders that has seen it. Chief, why is it not a great matchup for Kennedy? Because OU's a really good hitting team. That's all I'm saying. Like, do you think they would have rather faced Oregon or OU, Chief, hitting-wise? Now, I know Oregon was the second best offense in the country, and OU holds them to 1 run. Great pitching. I believe, and someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Usually don't have a hard time correcting me. I think the first pitch for the first game is 6 o'clock, and then the next one is immediately following. Tennessee will play Texas at noon, and then immediately following if that game is necessary, but they will not move the other one up, so it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, everyone is saying that's correct, so that is correct. Wow, Sydney Sanders. Look, if Sydney Sanders and Emmerling don't come through today, it's a 1-0 game, guys. I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. Sydney Sanders and Emmerling were the difference today. I really thought today early, OU just got after it. First 2 runners on base, Sydney Barker pop out, Gabby Garcia line out, Gabby Garcia with the line out, and then, after that. I don't know if this is the channel NIL Commish tells you about or not, but if it is, we appreciate NIL Commish. Usually it's me and my twin brother. He will be on later at our 9:30 live show, but it's usually me and my twin brother. So I'm going to add Braden here in a second. We're going to have 2 on here, but hey, what else tonight did you guys think was big? OU baseball about to cough up this lead. I'm not watching the game, but look, we're going to hear from Patty Gasso in the post game, but I'm pretty sure they said we're going to pitch Kirsten Dill so many pitches because we're going to need Kirsten Dill tomorrow. So tomorrow you got guys. I wouldn't be shocked if Sam Landry just throws the whole thing. I would not be shocked, but I think Texas Tech is not a super dangerous offensive team. That's just a fact. They're not. Okay? They're not a dangerous offensive team. So if you can put 3 runs up, you have a chance to win that. Now, I don't know if Patty's going to go to Kirsten Dill some tomorrow or Audrey Lowry, the freshman. I've been waiting to see Audrey Lowry. But tonight, Sam Landry was way better than she was the last 2 games because, one, her control was better. She rarely got to a 3-ball count. Right, Braden? And the other thing was her changeup was elite. I think all 6 strikeouts were the changeup. I could be wrong. It may have been 5 out of 6, but it was phenomenal. Braden, what were your thoughts?
Very good. Kirsten Dill did a great job. She only gave up that home run, but she kept everybody in the game.
Yeah, she gave up the one bomb, but outside of that, I thought she was really good. And when Sam Landry came in, I literally was shocked, and then I started thinking, maybe they need Dill tomorrow. That's all. Let me ask you guys this: has Dill ever went back-to-back and back-to-back days? I don't think so. And maybe that was the concern on her going back-to-back. Now, this is an absolute amazing. John Mayberry brings elite points every night, and here's another one. Nobody. And I mean nobody knows Landry better than Tech's coach. That's right.
Hey, any chance Lowry pitches tomorrow?
Yes.
You think?
I wouldn't be shocked if Lowry or Dill pitch tomorrow. One, for what John says here. I mean, Jay, their coach is going to give them all the pointers they need to face Sam Landry. That's a great point.
The whole key.
And the only one who knows Kennedy is Sydney Sanders. Now, Patty Gasso knows Kennedy, though.
Yeah, I think if you're OU tomorrow, what you can't do is you can't take a whole lot of pitches. You know, they've been taking some that are hittable. Against Kennedy, you can't. She doesn't get behind a whole lot of hitters.
She doesn't, Jay. She's ahead of hitters.
If there's something in the zone, you got to be swinging, because if you get down 1-2 or 0-2 to her, it's hard to get on. Period.
Hey, and while I agree with John Mayberry in his point, I also agree with Bill. Under Jen Roach's tutelage, Landry's different. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, there's one. Is it the screw? There's a pitch that she was throwing a lot more at OU than she did there. And I can't remember if it's the rise bar or the screwball. One of them, she feels a lot more confident with it at Oklahoma than she did last year. So, but can we
Braden,
beat
you're going
Texas
to say
Tech
something.
twice?
It's a screwball. It's a screwball, isn't it, Braden? Yeah, it's a screwball.
It's her drop ball, isn't it?
Well,
That's it. That's it. That's it. You're right.
okay.
Good
right.
call.
That's
You're right. You're right.
Hey, and you're right, Haley T. Landry was attacking the zone early. She didn't get behind a lot of hitters, which shows that her pitch count, guys. But tonight, her changeup was flat out nasty. Nasty.
I wish she would throw it a little bit more. I can guarantee you this. Kennedy's going to throw her changeup a lot with OU hitters.
Hey,
she's going to throw it more than normal, I think.
Oh, she's going to throw it a whole lot, Jay. That's OU. If there's OU as kryptonite and weakness, it's the changeup, Jay. Hey, Jay, I got to ask you guys' opinion, you and Braden's opinion on something real quick. But first, Chuck says, can we beat Tech twice? I think we can. Can Tech beat OU once? That's also a question.
Well,
hey,
I think
I've got a couple questions. I'm curious from the viewers, Jay. We can take calls because we're going to go for about 20 more minutes. The phone lines are open. I don't know if you can find that again and show it, Jay. Phone lines are open if you want to call in, but I've got a question for both of you guys. Sydney Barker struggled immensely today. First time she's really just struggled a lot. Do you make a change and go with Tia Malloy tomorrow or a Hannah Core?
I would move her down the lineup.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a possibility.
I don't know if they're going to make a change because of her in the field. I think they want her in the field.
But Core is better in the field.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Hey, Jay, what about Agbayani in the 3-hole or Dayton?
Possibly. I don't know if they mess with it that much, Jerem.
I kind of like the idea of 4 lefties to start the game, but maybe you can find.
Hey, Arthur, you're not the only one that thought that. There's a lot of people that have said that, but Sanders had a great game today, guys. And
Jay,
Emmerling,
she's been bad. She was batting 133, and so was Emmerling.
Yeah.
Hey, Thunder OU Sooner. The biggest difference between Sam Landry against, and by the way, Tennessee and Texas, the defense didn't help her out at all, guys. Let's get it right. Plus, Tennessee and Texas, better hitters, I think, overall than Oregon. Maybe it doesn't show it in the stats. She got ahead of the hitters. She used her changeup more, which means she probably was trusting her changeup, felt better with it. And I agree with Robert. I like Dayton in the 9-hole, Braden Jay. I really like her in the 9-hole.
I do too. Hey, one thing I want to say. I saw Chuck ask the question earlier about can OU beat Tech twice. OU can beat Tech twice. Will they? And Jeremy, you know my opinion of this. I know through text, I have been pretty adamant that I don't know if OU can beat Kennedy twice. Okay, I have been. I'll be the flat out honest. The way they're hitting the ball, they're going to have tomorrow. I think for OU to win 2 games and get to the World Series championship, here's what has to happen. Mark it down, in my opinion, what has to happen. Sam Landry or Kirsten Deere, one of the pitchers, in my opinion, has to pitch a complete game, either a shutout or only allow 1 run. I think Kennedy in 1 game will pitch extremely good and hold OU to maybe 1 or 2 runs. OU's going to have that performance by Landry that I think, honestly, a lot of people have been waiting on for her to have that, like, big-time clutch performance, shutout softball game. And I think it needs to happen tomorrow for OU to win both games. I think OU could get to Kennedy 1 game and score more runs, but I think 1 game Kennedy is going to be on point and really limit OU to many runs. I think that's a game. Go back last year, the year before. What was it? They beat UCLA 1-0 in the World Series. Right? OU did?
Yes.
I think it might have to be one of those games and one of those games with Kennedy where you're going to have to out-pitch her in one of the games. And who's going to do it? It could be Landry. Who's going to do it?
And just don't count out Audrey Lowry, a performance from Audrey Lowry. I'm just saying. Don't count it out.
Do we have a caller?
Yeah, we got Jackson on the line. Jackson's on the line.
Hello, Jackson.
What's up, guys? Having to call from outside my house currently because our AC is out. Not been fun.
Not a good day to have AC out.
What?
Not a good day to have AC out, but Sam Landry was hot today in the circle.
Yep, she absolutely was. And I think that was a tough and gutsy win. Oklahoma, I feel like they didn't even really play their best game, but Sydney Sanders and Isabella Emmerling, two of the names I think you would have least likely picked to really have a massive game today, both stepped up in huge ways. And Sydney Sanders, every year in the World Series, she's had this game or two where she's really played great, and I think it's been huge.
Yeah, Sanders was big today, guys. She was clutch. Clutch.
Yeah, and I also want to say, I thought that Kirsten Deal actually pitched a pretty good game while she was in.
Really good. Really good game.
Yeah. No, she did. I thought there was a couple times where they got to her rise ball, but I mean, like Oregon, they're a really good offensive team, and they're going to get some hits. They're going to score some runs. Oklahoma only held them to one run. They were, what was it, like 32-0 or 42-0 when a certain player hits a home run, and Oklahoma, they were the first loss they've had this year. Which, I mean, it's great, but if you're Oklahoma, you need to find ways to capitalize with runners getting on base, because
Yeah, you gotta do that tomorrow.
it's almost like this team. It's home run or bust for them to score runs right now, and I feel like at the beginning of the year we were talking about how they were scoring in so many unique ways, whether it was small ball, bunts, all of that. Now it's just become so reliant on the home run ball, and to me, I think you need to find a way to create more runs outside of the home run ball.
Yeah.
good
I
point.
saw Miss Fight Night.
Thanks, Jackson. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Hope your AC gets on quickly. Hey, Jay, Miss Fight Night said it's Big 12 teams. You're playing Big 12 teams now, which is interesting because OU moves to the SEC. Jay Braden, OU's biggest weakness so far in the Women's College World Series in 2025 has been fill in the blank. I got my answer.
Biggest weakness, they haven't scored a bunch of runs is one thing.
Clutch hitting. They put runners on base. Clutch hitting.
Here's the other one, in my opinion. Today was their best probably pitching outing. I don't think they've had that game where you didn't think anybody could score on them. They haven't had that yet. It needs to happen tomorrow. It needs to happen tomorrow.
Today was.
I mean, Oregon got that run. I mean,
they got one solo shot, Jay. They couldn't touch Sam Landry.
Sam Landry was unhittable today. She was great. But I'm saying you need that in a game like tomorrow is what I'm saying, Jared.
You need it every game. Hey, unless you just light it up tomorrow. Hey, I saw the other one about Kennedy. If you can get some, it was James Tibbs, I think, said Kennedy's going to celebrate every strikeout like it's a national championship. She's going to try to get an OU said. Oh, here's what I was going to ask, and I want Daniel's opinion, and everyone's in the chat. First, Daniel says, honestly, as dry as their bats are, winning twice will be hard. They're going to have to stop being so passive at the play. Agreed. They got to attack. And maybe Jennings, Hansen, Brito, Coleman, maybe they'll all go in the locker room before the game and say, hey, attack mode, attack. Because they're at the games. Riley Boone, they're all there. I've got a question for you guys in the chat. Is there any chance Patty Gasso says something like this to the team? She didn't want to come to OU. She chased the money. And we're going to show her why OU is better. Any chance that kind of mention of her not coming to OU is going to be out there?
I'm sure stuff will be out there, but here's the thing. And yeah, that means something to some of these, but OU is so young and have so many freshmen on the team that they haven't faced Kennedy. To me, it's a little different scenario than people that have faced her before. And NL Commission is right about this. She might not say that, but because she is.
No, it's not her style, but she also might say, just don't say it to anyone. Like, I think they would not say it to anyone. Hey, and the other thing, guys, you heard what she said about Oregon's coach because she used to play for Patty Gasso. The respect. Was there a little bit of a stab at Mike White?
I don't think so.
I think she was implying she doesn't like his style, and they could see each other again. How great would it be, Sooner fans, if you beat Kennedy twice, and then you go to the finals and beat Texas twice for the whole thing for 5 straight? How amazing.
That would be great. Here's the thing. I saw people say they have to beat Kennedy twice and maybe Pickens twice or Texas twice, but it resets after the Texas Tech. If you make it to the World Series, it's best 2 out of 3. You don't have to beat them 2 games in a row. So
correct.
It's a reset. So the big thing is getting there. And I think it's extremely, extremely difficult for Oklahoma tomorrow, the road they have in front of them. But
It is.
you can't ever count OU out, guys. You just can't. Here's one thing I'll watch. I would keep my eye on tomorrow. Texas Tech, they know what they have, and they know what they have on the mound. And they absolutely know, and you saw it the other night against UCLA, if they can get one run on the board and get a lead, they feel like game could be over. That's the way they play. And the other night against UCLA, they did a steal of home. I think when they get any runners on, they are going to be
the worst steal of home I've ever seen in my life.
I think they're going to be so aggressive on the base paths, especially with Emmerling behind the plate. I think that's going to be their MO. Get a run on the board, whatever they can to get a run on the board, move a runner over, bunter, whatever, get some to run on the board, and then get Kennedy to lead 1-0 and just ride her and see if you can win it 1-0. I just think they have that much faith in Jerry Kennedy.
Yeah. Hey, Braden, we should be the away team first tomorrow, and then the home team second game, maybe. Is that what you're thinking?
I think we're the.
Okay, we'll find out. But hey, you have to be careful, Nigel Kennedy at the plate too. Hey, the phone link, CJ Bunker was looking for it. You have to click the StreamYard link. I just put it in the chat. The StreamYard link is right here. You click that and you allow camera and mic, and we'll allow you in. Okay, that's how it works. Anyone that's wanting to call in, we're going to be on for 10, 15 more minutes. OU baseball, another home run, bottom of 8. Wow.
Yeah, and by the way, on that, I know we're talking softball, but I have to bring it up. I believe OU was up 8-5 in the top of the 8th. North Carolina had bases loaded, no out, and they didn't score.
Yeah, they brought Crooks in. They sit. We got CJ Bunker on the line. What's up, CJ?
Yeah, we hear you. Hey, you there, CJ?
Yeah, I'm hearing feedback. That's why I'm hearing it like a repeat. All right, listen, I've been with you guys for a long time now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Couple of things. I feel like I wanted to just call in. I mean, I've been always texting with you guys for a while now. So, couple of things. Just off this game for 1 second. Did you guys catch that home plate review crap in the other game? What was your thoughts on that?
Here's the deal. I'm probably in the minority, but she missed. Give the girl a home run. I don't understand. Someone posted something. I need to go back and read it. It was a long page explaining the whole thing of how they approached it after the review, and then they said it wasn't reviewable. Like he came out and said she did miss the plate, but it's not reviewable. Then why were you reviewing it?
Did they give her the home? Did they give her the home run?
Yes.
Okay. I ranted about this the other night. If the ball goes over the fence, I don't care if you run around any of the bags. Go to the dugout. There should be a home run.
I agree.
That's my thoughts. What do you think, CJ?
No, I agree. I thought it should have been a home run, but my whole problem with the whole thing was they had like a 20-minute review, and then they come back and say that the play is unreviewable. What was the point of the review then? What were you reviewing if it was only going to be a warning at the worst anyway? Yeah,
they should have never done the review, and I wonder if it was more of like, the timing of it. The timing of it was in the game. If they were getting talked to, saying, "Listen, it's not this time of the game. We can't review this and call her no home run here." I mean, it was just, it would have been a bad look, horrible. It's a horrible look either way. You review it and you call her out, or you take forever, whatever it is. It's a bad look the way they handled it.
What are your thoughts tomorrow, CJ?
No, I agree 100%. You got to keep the home run there. I mean, they got to do something with it. Tomorrow, I honestly think we're going to take both games. Listen, Kennedy's a great pitcher. You're not going to say nothing about that. But their lineup does not scare me whatsoever. Their offensive lineup. And I can tell you right now, I think they had a break in that lower half of the bracket, and a couple of teams they played before that. They're not going to finish the first offense they're going to play where she's going to have to earn her credibility. I mean, not that she hasn't already, but I mean, really earn it.
I agree.
But I also have to say, I think we have to jump on her early. That's going to be key.
Yeah.
You can't play from behind against her. That's a good point.
No, definitely not.
Totally agree. Hey, CJ, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. I agree with CJ. I agree with CJ, guys. Braden, I'm going to get your thoughts too, and Jay, but I agree. I agree with CJ in the fact that they must force her to throw a lot of pitches. She's the only pitcher that's pitched. In fact, she's thrown like 500 and something straight pitches in the Women's College World Series on the team she's played on. They're not going to pull her. You've got to force her out by just hitting it so hard and making long counts and making the game go longer and putting doubt in her head. She's got $1 million on her shoulders. They've got to make her work.
Yeah, you have to start fast.
You
And
have
it mainly
to,
with walks, guys.
and you know what? Maybe this is a game where, well, I think you could play this game a little different tomorrow if you're OU. In the fact that I know you don't have a ton of bunners on your team, but I think you could play this game with the Tech lineup where early on, if it's 0-0 and you got Agbiani or whoever, you could move a runner over if you got to try to get a 1-0 lead instead of a long ball just to get a lead on them because they don't have the bats. You might see something like that tomorrow. I think they just don't have the lineup that some of the other teams do, but it doesn't matter. They have somebody named Nigel Kennedy on the mound, and that's going to be a huge task for Oklahoma tomorrow, period. So yeah, hey, it's going to be fun, guys. Backs against the wall, going for 5 straight. It's never going to be easy. See what happens.
Right. Hey, guys, we're getting ready to transition to our normal 9:30 live show. So if you want to hop off this one in a second, before you do, hit the like. Check out the Fan Stop at fanstop.com. I agree with Ms. Fight Night. I was thinking hearing about Texas. Win something, then we can hear about Texas. Hey, but join us at 9:30 for our next live show where we'll talk all things Sooners. Sooners get it done tonight, guys, 4-1. And now the epic matchup, OU versus Nigel Kennedy. Can Kennedy slay the Dragon? The Dragon has been in slumber, but it's waking up. Can Kennedy slay it? That's what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. Hey, tomorrow we'll have a preview show, and then we'll be live right after the conclusions of the games. Thanks for watching. Hit the like before you leave. It helps our channel. Helps our channel immensely just by hitting the like. Appreciate it so much. Join us here in a couple of minutes on our normal live. Hopefully baseball can close it out tonight. Hit that like. Check out the Fan Stop. We'll see you next time. Boomer.
Sooner.